Donald J. Trump is back. After a tumultuous 4 years out of office, he stands poised for a potential second act as President of the United States. His return to the political stage is fueled by a familiar cocktail of bold promises, populist rhetoric, and a deep-seated distrust of the Washington establishment. Trump's message resonates with a significant segment of the American populace, particularly those who feel left behind by globalization and disillusioned by traditional political elites. His supporters see him as a disruptor, a man unafraid to challenge the status quo and fight for their interests. But his return also stokes fear and anxiety among his detractors, who view him as a threat to democratic norms and a divisive figure who exacerbates social and political polarization. Trump's second term, should he secure it, promises to be anything but ordinary. He's made it clear that he intends to govern with the same uncompromising style that defined his first presidency. This time, however, he claims to have a clearer vision for America, one rooted in a renewed commitment to his signature America First agenda. But this time, it's not just America First, it's America First 2.0. Trump's return signals a potential turning point in American history. His presidency has already left an indelible mark on the nation's political landscape, and a second term could solidify his place as one of the most consequential presidents in modern times. The question remains, will he be remembered as a transformative leader who ushered in a new era of American power, or as a polarizing figure who deepened divisions and undermined democratic institutions? The cornerstone of Trump's vision for a second term is a revitalized and more potent America First agenda. This approach, a cornerstone of his first term, prioritizes American interests above all else, advocating for a foreign policy centered on nationalism and economic independence. Trump argues that for too long the United States has been taken advantage of on the world stage, entering into unfair trade deals and shouldering an outsized burden in international conflicts. He vows to rectify these perceived injustices, promising to put American workers and businesses first in all negotiations and to reduce American involvement in foreign entanglements. This renewed emphasis on nationalism extends beyond foreign policy. Trump has also made clear his intention to reduce illegal immigration, strengthen border security, and promote American energy independence. He argues that these measures are essential to protecting American jobs, safeguarding national security, and ensuring that the benefits of economic growth accrue to American citizens first and foremost. Trump's America First 2.0 agenda represents a stark departure from the globalist policies embraced by many of his predecessors. It signals a potential shift in the global balance of power as the United States, under Trump's leadership, may be less inclined to act as a guarantor of international order, or to prioritize multilateral cooperation over its own perceived national interests. A defining feature of Trump's political identity is his deep-seated distrust of the political establishment. He views himself as an outsider, a crusader, battling against a corrupt and self-serving bureaucracy that he believes is rigged against everyday Americans. This adversarial relationship with the so-called deep state is central to his appeal among his base, who share his skepticism of government institutions and his belief that the system is rigged in favor of elites. Trump's disdain for the establishment extends beyond rhetoric. He has taken concrete steps to dismantle what he sees as a bloated and inefficient bureaucracy, seeking to reduce the size and scope of government, particularly in areas like environmental regulation and social welfare programs. He has also appointed loyalists to key positions within the administration, individuals who share his vision for a leaner, more business-friendly government. However, Trump's efforts to shake up the establishment have been met with fierce resistance from critics who accuse him of undermining democratic norms and eroding public trust in government institutions. They argue that his attacks on the media, the judiciary, and the intelligence community are dangerous and could have lasting consequences for the health of American democracy. Central to Trump's appeal is his promise to revitalize the American economy and restore prosperity to the working class. He argues that his policies, focused on tax cuts, deregulation, and renegotiating trade deals, are designed to unleash economic growth, create jobs, and boost wages for all Americans. Trump often points to the pre-pandemic economy as evidence of his success, highlighting low unemployment rates and a booming stock market. Trump's economic agenda for a second term builds on these themes. He has pledged to continue cutting taxes, particularly for businesses and individuals, arguing that this will spur investment and put more money in people's pockets. He has also promised to renegotiate or withdraw from trade deals that he views as unfair to American workers, such as the North American Free Trade Agreement, which he replaced with the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. Critics, however, argue that Trump's economic policies disproportionately benefit the wealthy at the expense of the poor and middle class. They point to the growing national debt and the widening gap between the rich and poor as evidence that his policies are exacerbating income inequality. They also question the long-term sustainability of his approach, arguing that his tax cuts will ultimately lead to cuts in social programs and a decline in the quality of public services.